What's happening, guys? Coach G's back again. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday. Thanksgiving treated you and your family well. I know I'm pretty full. Had a great Thanksgiving myself. We're going to jump right back into it, guys. Mindset Monday. Today's principle, guys, we're going to talk about character. So let's go ahead and get caught up, right? I mean, we went through the whole definition of what mindset is. We talked about the first principle, which is identity. And then you roll right into the second principle, which was a desire to deserve, to dominate. And now we're going to talk about character. So simply stated, character is nothing more than the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. I want to let that sink in for you guys right there, okay? We're going to repeat that again. Distinctive qualities, right? These are your mental and moral qualities distinctive to who? The individual. The reason why that's so important, that last word, individual, is so important because your mental and moral qualities aren't distinctive on the position that you hold. They're not distinctive on the event that is current in your life right now. They're just simply distinctive to you. So what does that really mean in real world sense? What that really means for you guys in real world sense is that, how you act at work, of course, is not going to be how you act with your kids. And how you act with your kids is, of course, not going to be how you act with your spouse. Completely different relationships. When we're talking about character, I'm talking about how you act at work versus how you act with your children. And how you are with your children versus how you act with your spouse. That's what I mean about character, right? I mean, I used to work, guys. A lot of you guys have heard my story before. I used to do door-to-door sales, right? I mean, and believe it or not, hey, I loved it. I did it all times of the year, 6, sometimes 7 days a week, right? Now, here's the problem with that. I would get out here, face rejection after rejection after rejection, and I got a great smile sitting on my face, waiting to get to the next person that's gonna be my deal. And I would do that for about 10 to 12 hours, an entire day. And then I get home and I spend the last remaining 2 hours awake with my wife and my kids, probably not in the best attitude, scolding them about something that they did during the day, mad at my wife because she's had to deal with kids all day and doesn't look like this wonderfully beautiful woman that I took down the aisle, right? All these things come into play. So for me, now all of a sudden my character is just shifted being inside of my home. I spent, a good 12 hours out of the house showing this wonderful side of myself, this great character to everybody. But then I make it home, guys, and where it really matters, where it really counts, that's where I drop the ball. Me not having that type of character consistent at home with my wife and kids, it's one of the biggest reasons why I kept indulging in porn and drugs and alcohol. That lack of character for me, the poor thinking that I had that said that, well, because I fulfill this role, because I occupy in this capacity, because I earn this income, that all of a sudden entitles me to have a different character or a different set of principles when I interact with those most closest to me. And I want to bring that to your attention right now because as we talk about character, and we keep looking at the mindset that's required for each of us to just excel. Like to break the habits, to have the lifestyle that we want to have. Listen, you got to have this in every area of your life. I don't care if you only got 5 minutes with your family and you spend 50 hours out on the road. You give that 5 minutes the exact same level of character and quality and time as you gave the 50 hours. And look, if you hate your job and you're walking into your job pissed off at your boss already, hating your coworkers, hating the job you got, the money that you're making, and then you want to roll it over and go home and be all smiling and wonderful at home, and then you wonder why you're not making the progress at work, it's about your character. Listen. If we're just going to have a simple money conversation, well, in the greater capacity you allow your character to be, the greater check you will have. Period, point blank. Nobody just pays for bad attitudes. Nobody just pays for, inconsistencies in one's behaviors. The greater and secure you are with your character, the greater your check will end up being. And I'm going to flip it. Let's bring it back home. Let's talk about your family, your kids, and heck, even just you dealing with your habits. The more secure in your character and you fight to keep that consistent in all areas of your life, and you recognize that, you know what, I'm an asshole here at home, but I'm doing my thing at work. Or, you know what, I'm going half-ass at my recovery right now, but I'm going full strength at trying to prove that I'm right inside of my own home. You got to balance your character. If you want to make that effort, and believe me, I'm that kind of guy. I like to be the alpha voice in my home. But I realize, though, if I'm going to be the alpha voice in my home, I got to be the alpha voice in myself. I got to be the alpha voice when I'm working. And a lot of you men out there, we miss that sometimes. We hit the alpha tone so often with those that we love or those that we think that we can, but we're not recognizing how we're lacking that same alpha mentality in every other area of our life right now. Listen, guys, we're talking about character, the mental and moral qualities distinctive to an individual. It's not distinctive to your labels. It's not distinctive to your roles. It's not distinctive to every poor circumstance you've had in your life. It's distinctive to you. If you need some help figuring that out, let's get in touch. Let's talk. But hey, more importantly, you guys get out there and kick ass this week. Coach G talks to you later. Peace.